Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. MashaAllah la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. نوين الأربعين من الاعتكاف من الخلوة وزن الرياض والسلوك في هذا المسجد لله تعالى ورضا الله. بركاتنا الصحبة وخير في جميع ودار الشهرة أفت أست. This is in the first part in Persian also. Our way is association, to come together and asking the presence of the Shaykh. If only, like me, a figurehead is present, and we're asking the spirituality of the real Shaykh to be present with us. And awliya, the Prophet used to say, A'inuna bi ahlillah fil bilad, ya ahlillah fil bilad, insi wal jinn. Help us, help me, O the good servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from this area, seen or unseen, from jinns or humans, seen or unseen. We're asking a sitting that will improve our faith, our iman, and strengthen it, and give us hope to push on, to continue, give us a refreshment to our souls, to give light, to give the breaths of life to our soul. وهو جعل الريح بشرى بين يدي رحمته. Allah is the one who sends the wind out in front of His mercy. When the rain is coming, you can smell the smell of rain in the distance. You know mercy is coming. Gives hope. Gives raja'a, hope to the heart. Allah, ala inna nasrullahi qareeb. Allah inna nasrullahi qareeb. I would say we tried nations and believers before you, and even the prophets amongst them were shaken so much, they said, where is the help of Allah? Allah said, Allah, no doubt, inna nasrullahi qareeb, the help of Allah is near. Asking the believers to take hope, to be hopeful for their Lord's mercy. He sends there isn't Surah Rum, He sends the mercy rain after they became filled with despair. He sends the mercy after they became hopeless from Allah's help. If a believer is facing difficulties in their faith, Allah tests His believers. When a person says, I believe, amantu billah, they're going to be tried. And it's Allah's intention or Allah's will to raise the believers through those trials. Trials are bridges or ladders or ways to get up, to increase your love. It's through trials. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. I would say 2 times. after difficulties comes relief. Verily, after difficulties comes relief. He repeats it to make it more firm. Without difficulties can't be relief. Relief from what? The person that never knew difficulties can't understand what's relief. Who didn't know helplessness can't know rescue. So it's Allah's will to raise the believers, and He gives us in Holy Quran and in the lives of the Sirah of Prophets and the stories of the Prophets and the Awliya and believers, examples to make us firm in our faith when we see difficulties they faced, and how they persevered even in front of difficulties, gives us hope to continue. We said it before, but some of you might not have heard it. A friend of mine asked Sheikh Nazim, Allah bless him, this is his meeting, Sheikh Hashem's holy meeting, and Grand Sheikh's meeting. Someone asked him long ago, raise him higher and higher. It makes him to be with us through spirituality. They asked him, what's the job of the Sheikh? Why you need a Sheikh? What's his position? What's his function? And he said, in past times, for instance, here in Houston, they used to grow sugar cane. They have sugar land. Why they call it sugar land? Used to be for farming sugar. Used to be fields of sugar cane. And in the old days, before mechanical harvesting, before machines, they used to gather the sugar, cut it with machete knives, take the sugar cane to a central place, and they put it into wooden tubs, like a canoe, dugouts. And the men would sit around the workers would sit around the canoe, the dugout, the tub, or in other cultures, the villagers of that village where they're growing the sugar cane, and they took big wooden hammers, mallets, and they beat the sugar cane into pulp to be boiled into sugar, or evaporated into sugar. And it was hard work, and they needed encouragement to keep going. He said there was one person, he's not anymore able to beat the sugar cane the young guys are doing, but his job is to sit at the head of the tub, of the canoe, the dugout, and say, okay, ready men? And they beat the sugar cane, and he goes, to give a good rhythm to it. Sometimes they would sing songs to make the work lighter. His job to encourage them. You have to do the work, they encourage you. It's the lowest level for awliya, what they're doing with their Marines. You can understand. More than that, people come into doubts. How can do like this? They have their jobs and their ways and their powers and abilities. Allah knows. At least we can understand their job to encourage us, to inspire us. As the stories of prophets and awliya inspire us to persevere. How they face difficulties. Every culture has it, not only Islam. Even in the army, there were famous generals and commanders throughout history. They inspired their men to go beyond themselves, to do brave deeds in the face of death. They were strong and able to encourage their men to push forward even they were defeated. And they became famous. They had that ability to inspire their troops. In universities, some teachers are able to inspire their students to go beyond themselves. In business, in every field, there are those able to push their followers or their students or their people to excel, to improve. Allah says, Ya Allah, do your work, we will observe your work and we will do our work. Allah says, encouraging the believers to be busy, to exert themselves on the right way. It's not in Islam to be idle. فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب. He used to say, Allah bless him, that prophets were the most dynamic people. You didn't find prophets sitting doing nothing like us. They were active. Holy Quran says to believers, فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب. When you finish one good action, go quickly to the next one. Or rest. With the intention to take more power for good actions. Believer ordered to do everything with niyyah, with intention. Not to do things aimlessly. You're sitting with your family even. I'm sitting with my family for the sake of Allah, for His pleasure. To keep the family, to keep the community, to keep the way of prophets. We're eating, we're tending to follow the ways of Prophet and take from the favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala power for worshipping and power for doing good deeds and warding off bad deeds. Like that for everything, you can think of a good intention for it. Walk out the door, Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, la quwwata illa billah. Go for the sake of Allah, for everything. And return for the sake of Allah. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَرَضَ عَلَيْكَ الْقُرْآنَ رَادُكَ إِلَى الْمَعَادِ. If you look at your actions, look at what you're doing, try not to do anything aimlessly, with nothing, with no intention behind it. I'm reminding myself first, advice is no good if the speaker can't keep that advice. Try to make a good intention for everything. The first hadith of Prophet ﷺ, Imam Nawawi, Allah bless him, إِنَّمَا أَمَارُ بِنِيَّةٍ. Your actions will get results or be judged according to your intention. There were two people in the time of Prophet. One, he made hijrah for the sake of him. Made the intention, I'm making hijrah for the sake of Allah and His Prophet. Another person, there was a girl in Medina he wants to marry, and he went, I'm going. And they teased him, he was the slave of so-and-so. Try to make a good intention. Even that guy could say, I'm intending to go and marry that woman according to the sunnah of Prophet and the most high commands of Allah. It changed the dynamic completely. We're intending to move around, to travel, to come, to go for the sake of Allah, for the sake of Prophet, to take light, to take wisdom, to take knowledge. He said, go even up to China, means to the end of the world. China was the farthest known thing in that place in those days. To take knowledge and wisdom. Intend like that, and your actions will take on power and nobleness and light. We're asking more light, more light, more light. Even we're so weak, you can't find more than our days weak people. We're not like the Sahaba. We're not like in the time of prophets. We're weak ones. We're Akhir Zaman, people from the last times. From the last times. He used to say, don't think this world is new. This world is very old. So many people have come and gone here on this earth. Grand Sheikh used to say, Allah bless him, Shaykh Abdul Haqq Dagestani, may he look to us from his position with love. He used to say, any place take a handful of earth, of dirt, used to be a human being. How many millions and billions came and went, came and went, came and went. This earth is the place where we gather the living and the dead, says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's gathered here on this ard, dunya. From everything, take lesson, O you who have eyes to see. Everyone is coming to their end. People are busy fighting and quarreling and struggling with each other. So take something, some position from this earth, and one by one they're passing away and going. And whatever they gain goes from their hands to be nothing. And still, there is a tradition, Allah says, I made life difficult for people. Life is tough. What if I made it easy? Still they love this dunya, even I made it tough for them. What if I made it easy for them? Never they'd remember me. When things go wrong, then we're showing. When you can fix it yourself, you don't think. When tummy is full, what about your Lord? Yeah, what about? We're like that. We have to fight against that. Ego. We forget. Believer has to try to be awake. If nothing else, watch yourself. Watch your actions. Watch your thoughts. Watch your breath. What kind of thoughts are coming? Lordly thoughts? Angelic thoughts? Psychic thoughts? Shaitanic thoughts? Egoistic thoughts? Who can see from where coming? Blowing like the winds. Coming this, coming that. Mulana used to say, think what you want, but don't sign it. You can have good thoughts and bad thoughts. Don't sign it. Don't say, this is true because I thought it. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving. Don't stop. There. Every time they're trying to tie us, not to go on. The traveler is met with obstacles coming to catch you, not to move on to the target, not to move on, not to move on. Say, this is, stop here. No. For that reason, Maulana Shaykh Nazim, Allah bless him, and Maulana Shaykh Hisham following him also, as Grand Shaykh used to. They didn't like for their murids miracles, visions, miraculous things, because people stop there. You can find examples everywhere of people who stopped with something and their heads became too big for their turban and they're stuck there and they didn't move on. They became with themselves on that point. Shaitan stopped them. They, oh, you reached. You didn't reach. Move on. We didn't move on. They didn't like. I came to Maulana Shaykh Nazim, Allah bless him, with a dream one time. Maulana Shaykh Hisham. I said, Sayyidi, I had a very nice dream last night, and he stopped me before I could go on. He said, MashaAllah, were such people to have dreams? It means you have a lot of work to do. You completed yourself? No. Get back to work. What's your stopping you to say you had it? We have to move to the end point. Dreams come to encourage you. It's part of the way to encourage people. Quran says, فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ الذي
لا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا
ألا تخافوا ولا تحزن علينا وهم يحزنون. If you, a believer, if once they believe, say, I believe in Allah, amantu billah, thumma istaqamu, and they begin to be firm and to move on the way, from time to time, Allah will send His malaik, His angels to you, with something, a vision, a good thought, a crying, something, some kind, to say, we know, it's okay, we know, we see you're struggling, to give an encouragement, but not to stop there. Not to stop. There are encouragements. Oh my Lord, I saw such and such. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Sayyid Abdul Qadir Jailani, Allah bless him. Amen. For your dunya problems, ask his help and Shaykh Muhyiddin. Shaykh, help us to move on this earth through every situation. Open the way for us. Make it easy for us. He used to say in his books, urge on with your feet. A little more. Just one step more. Come on, keep going. Don't stop. Almost you're going to reach. To encourage his readers, his Marine, whoever comes after. May Allah grant us encouragement. Don't cut our hopes. Don't leave our hopes to be cut, to be blocked. Grant us good hope. Give us good hope. حسبنا الله فسيؤتي الله من فضله ورسوله إن إلى الله راغب. Soon Allah will give us from His mercy and His blessings and from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our hope is to our Lord. Our hopes are with Him. The believer, our faith will be honed and sharpened so it's perfect. Point didn't come there yet. We have to follow. We have to move. And leave them to fight over Jifa, this carcass, earth. Let them fight over it. All of them are going to pass away. And what they got from it, only bad smell. Half cheer them, half curse them, and in the end they die and go into where they go. They took nothing. Their efforts for nothing. And who follow them for nothing. May Allah forgive us. May Allah forgive us. What was the second part? Dar Shohra Afat asked. It's near Urdu also, it's Persian. In Dunya. The Shohrat is Dunya. Fame in Dunya. Accomplishment in Dunya. Renown in Dunya. To become medals, to be filled with awards, to be destroys your good works. You wasted your life. Make you to be feels you're something, in the end you become nothing. One and everything come. None of it belonged to us. Whatever we reached is from Allah. Nothing, no one can say I did something. I did. From where you got, from where you did. I achieved such and such. From how you achieved it. Who are you? Where you got you from? He only. ربك يخلق ما يشاء ويختار ما كان هو خيار سبحانه وتعالى. Your Lord is the one that picks and chooses as He likes. They have no choice in the matter. The ayat breaks the heads of ulama and awliya. So Allah give us strong belief,
Ameen.
strong tawakkal,
Ameen.
strong trust in
Ameen.
Him, strong love to Him and to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to our Shaykh, to catch his quote and go, to move. بحرمة النبي بحرمة الفاتحة. Ameen. Alhamdulillah. Shukran, he sent something to say. He sent something to say. Rabbi Shukran. Rabbi Shukran. Who can take benefit, take benefit. Assalamu alaikum.
So,